Hi everyone, welcome to this Diablo Immortal video. So hopefully everyone who's been playing Druid is enjoying that class and having good fun with it. And if you're not playing Druid, hope you're enjoying having a Druid in your party when you do bump into one, seeing the transformation skills, seeing all of those epic moves that it has. And it's just great that we've got another class in Diablo Immortal to mix into all of the classes which we currently have. This game's going really strong in 2025. There's loads of Druid content here that you can take part in as well. There's the Groove Keeper's Call, which is an origin quest. I've played through this and it was really fun. I'd definitely recommend doing that. It's roughly around 15 minutes. Some good cutscenes, some good dialogue, some good action. You get to try some of the skills out. It looks really nice as well, and the music and everything. They've done a really good job. I'm really glad that they included an origin story that anyone could play through, not only Druid classes. And there's also the Druid trial race. The Primal Plane I'm looking forward to trying out. Fang and Talon is shop related, but let's have a look at this Druid trial dungeon. Now, there are 3 different Druid trials that you can have a go at. I did go through Flame and Claw really quickly, but I'm going to do it again because I went for it too quick. And then there's also Rabit Bear, this one here. And there's also Apex Predator. You get these rewards just by doing this one time, because I did go through it really quickly and it gave me the reward. So it's not like you have to do all 3 of these, but I'm going to go for it again and just appreciate it a bit more. So choose one of the 3 Druid recommended builds and enter Mad King's Breach to experience what it means to be a Druid. So here's a little cutscene here.
Invade an animal's den. And you're asking to get bit. Animals don't worry about why you're in their home. They just want you gone. All these demons trampling across our land. They're waking up a whole world of beasts. I wouldn't sleep here. Lots of bears around.
That was an epic introduction. Such a good cutscene there. Since Diablo 1, Diablo games have been known to have some amazing cutscenes, and you know, just that feeling of it is really mature, really dark, and they've always been like that. So I really appreciate that. Even in Diablo Immortal, they've actually kept the quality and standard of those cutscenes since the very first Diablo game. So I appreciate that. So let's have a look at Flame and Claw, your PvE build. So this one, you summon Oak Sage to gain allies that fight for you and help you exploit being burned by your Radiant Werewolf transformation. While transformed, your primary attack critical hits trigger Fire Tornado to further damage and burn enemies while generating primal power to maintain your transformation. So your core legendary gem is Rolling Consequence, your core set is Gloom Sky Price. Let's see what this is like. Okay, so let's jump in. Oh, so I can't actually see what my character looks like in the inventory screen, but that's my character looking like a druid. Let's check out these skills. So you've got the werewolf attacks here. You can see this class is super fast and it has a massive range as well, which is really cool. We've got our ultimate up, which we can also use as well. And look at this. I get to turn into that leaping deer. So that's really, really fun. Let's head further in here. And let's use the ultimate. Wow, okay, so you've got a huge range and AoE for that ultimate, raining down. Wow, okay. Let's head further into the boss room here. I really like that one actually. It's got a really large leap to it, and obviously once you go into this werewolf form, it just goes absolutely insane. You can open chests when you're in this form as well, so that's good to know. And let's take out the Skeleton King. The cooldown is quite decent when you're in this form as well. It does last a long time. Skeleton King going down so quickly when playing as the Druid. The deer animation's fantastic, and the detail on that deer as well. So that was the first build recommendation, which is quite fun. I liked it, really fast. I'll see which of these I prefer the most. Okay, so the next one that you can play is Rabit Bear. So they've given you the Rabit Bear PvE spec. Now this one, you've got these skills. You've got Summon Wolves, you've got Rabid Might, and you've got Werebear. Use Rabid Might to empower your primary attacks, then transform into a Werebear and use Crush to modify Werebear primary attacks to devastate groups of enemies. So you've got Bottled Hope, and they've given us War Rags of Shalvas as the set item. Let's see what it's like going into the dungeon with this particular build. And this gives you a really nice idea of the Druid and how it performs. Let's take a look at this skill. That was a very short range attack there. We've got this one where you can leap from a distance. You can do that twice. And then this one here. Oh, we've still got these skills as well, which is really cool. Okay, this one here I was going to try. Oh, that one looked like a buff skill, which is quite interesting.
Strange when you die.
And do we have a different ultimate here? Or is it the same one? It's the same ultimate, okay. This ultimate will be fantastic in a Hellslayer bounty. Let's head further in. So this is the buff skill, and then you've got this one here, turning into that werewolf. Not werewolf, sorry, the bear.
How should I know?
I was going to say I think I prefer the werewolf to this one. This one also is obviously a bit slower, but just as strong. It's a really deadly attacks with this one. I like how fast the werewolf is though. Jump around. Use that buff. Let's transform one last time. Oh, maybe not. The boss is dead already. Cool. Alright, let's try out that third build and see what that one's like. Let's take a look at Apex Predator. So if we have a look here. So the core skills here are Raven Swarm. That's where you become a flock of ravens and fly to target's location, during which you are untargetable. So very similar to the Wraith form that the Necromancer has. This one's Circle of Life. You strike the ground, causing the fire to quickly grow and create a field of restorative flora for 10 seconds. Nice healing for your party there. Wouldn't mind having a druid in my party for that. And then you've got this werewolf transformation as the third skill which they recommend. This one seems deadly. So Apex Predator, transform into a werewolf to enrage and eviscerate enemy players that then revert your transformation, and use Raven Swarm to withdraw or reposition. So sort of getting in and out, kind of similar to what you do with a Necromancer. Use Wraith form to get out, followed by channeling Circle of Life to heal and generate primal power so you can get back into werewolf form quicker. They've given us More of the Deep and Untouchable Mount Bank. Okay, have they given us a different ultimate here? Let me check this out. So that's the leap. That's quite good. And then we've got, this is the healing. And then we've got the werewolf one. And you've got super fast attacks as a werewolf. Rips into players in PvP. And then I really like this one. I just love this one. The size of that deer as well. Okay, let's head further in and use the ultimate here. So it's the same ultimate as before, but really deadly one. Look at the range of that. I love the size of the character on the screen as well. So I'm sure players are enjoying this particular style of build in PvP. Especially that you can go back and heal as well. So you can sort of go back and just heal up, hold that down, and then jump back into battle when you're ready. Okay, I think there's still an enemy left. There we go. trying out all the different skills and just jumping around. Wow, that was good fun. Yeah, finally a really decent healer class in Diablo Immortal. And just checking out these skills again. That one's really cool. He laughs as well as he goes into that form. And then this one I love. So yeah, that gives you a really nice feel of the Druid. So it's really cool that they've done this in the game. You know, giving you a chance to actually try out the Druid using this mode here. So the trial dungeon, so you can get a feel of the character to see if it's your sort of thing or not, your playstyle. And then definitely do Groovekeeper's Call, just because it has an actual origin story with cutscenes and dialogue and music and stuff like that. So don't miss out Groovekeeper's Call. That's really, really nice. But I think next up I'm going to be taking on the Primal Plane. So Fractured Plane is one of my favourite modes, so I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so we're at the Fractured Plane entrance, which they're calling the Primal Plane this time round. And it seems what they've done is they've gone back to the 12 floors. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent change and they're just going to stick to 12 levels now, or if they're going to go back to having the normal and the hell difficulty. But you get 3 different types of loadouts to go with for the Druid class, which is really cool. You've got damage while transformed, increases by 5% each second up to 10 times. You've got primary attack speed by 50%. And then you've got summon damage increased by 50%. Now, as I'm a necromancer and I love being a necromancer, I love summons, I can't resist going in with this summon loadout where I get Landslide, Summon Wolves, Summon Grizzly, Summon Oak Sage, and Thorn Armor. So I'm definitely going in with this loadout. Let's jump in. Okay, here we go. So I can see my character as a druid now with that long hair. And I have my summon skills. Let's jump in and see how we get on with this build. So let's throw in the wolves to begin with, and then we've got this bear, and then we've got kind of like a necromancer bone armor equivalent, but with these thorns, which looks really cool. Nice effect. Now I'm not too familiar with these druid essences, so I'm just going to pick whatever sounds good to me. So Summon Grizzly now summons a bear imbued with the relentless power of the forest thicket and able to attack with stunning thorns. That sounds quite cool. And then you've got no longer passively summons, and instead actively summons a ring of oak sages that automatically seek out a target, self-destruct. I like this one here. I'm going to go with this. Right, let's see how quickly we can get through these floors. I'll try not to spend too much time reading. See how quickly we can get to floor 12, and it will give me a good idea of the druid sort of survivability as well, how it does with the bosses, because obviously I've done this with like Demon Hunter, that's Fractured Plane. I mean, I've done it with obviously Necromancer quite a lot. Thorn Armor now only shields you, and while active causes your attacks to scatter. Now only shields you. No, actually I'm just going to go with coins for now. Let me just build them up. Does it not show? That's odd. There's a bit of a change in this Fractured Plane, as if they've gone backwards a bit, because it used to show you where the portal is on the map, on the mini-map. It used to show you a portal, so you knew which direction to go. For some reason they've got rid of that, so I don't know if that was intentional or not. It's a bit annoying because it makes it a bit slower. Okay, floor 2, try and speed up a little bit. So let's get a Shard of Fortune.
No longer a fledgling.
Okay, so this move, that's the bone armor type thing, but the vines, I forgot the name of the skill, sorry. And I need this oak sage, okay, for that skill. Summon Wolves also increases your movement speed. That's quite... Oh, I like this one. Your Summon Wolves heal you for 50% of the damage they deal. That is going to be useful for the bosses and stuff later on. So I'm going to stick with that heal essence. I like the sound of that. The summons are very powerful. They seem to be dealing a lot of damage here. I'm kind of just comparing them to what I'm used to with the skeletal champions and skeletal mages. Summon Oak Sage no longer passively summons, and instead actively summons 3 Oak Sages who infect enemies with smolder seeds and explode. Okay, that's an interesting one. Let me try that. So now I can actually use that skill, because before I couldn't. So I think I prefer this. I'm going to stick to this because I get rid of these like flower-like things floating over my head, helping me out, whilst I have the bear and whilst I have the wolves as well. So pretty decent. I have to remember to keep those thorns around me. And let me see if that's not as good. Let me go with chaos coins and get out of here. So I'm just going to see how fast I can get to level 12. And yeah, definitely don't skip out on this. Even if you're not a fan of Fractured Plane, I love this mode anyway, but even if you're not a fan, definitely try this out just to experience a druid and try out the different loadouts. This is the first one that I definitely wanted to try, the summon one, just because I love playing with summons, and that's the main reason why I picked Necromancy from launch as well. Now what I'm noticing here is this druid is taking off the enemy's health, this boss's health, way faster than I imagined actually. I've done this with some of the other classes when they've been available in Fractured Plane, and this boss's health does not go down this fast. This is one of the more annoying bosses to kill as well. So I was really impressed with that. Let's just go with attack speed actually. Okay, I should be able to level up. Ooh, let's go this way.
Fail the wilds.
It looks like the other way might have been a dead end, so I'm taking a gamble and going this way. And I should have increased attack speed now. I'm probably going to do this Fractured Plane mode with all three of the builds as well, just so I get to experience all three of them in this kind of environment, and I'll look forward to that. Oh, this is nice. Summon wolves also increase your movement speed by 20% for each active wolf companion under your control. Yeah, let's go with that. I can already notice the difference in speed there as soon as I put it on. Perfect. It's very slightly tempting me to want to have a druid out, but I'm just not going to have time for it. Check these two before I actually use it. Thorn armor now creates an area of thorny vines that follows you, continuously damage enemies. And I'd rather get the protection. Now only shields you. And yeah, let me do that. As long as it does shield me, I don't mind if it doesn't shield my pets, but as long as I still get the shield. If the pets die, I'll just resummon them anyway, so the cooldown isn't too bad at all. The wolves is a 6-second cooldown. The bear's a bit longer, but the bear does last longer as well. 9 seconds cooldown. I'm actually having really good fun playing this. I don't know why people don't like Fractured Plane and think it's a waste of time. It is really fun. Summon wolves now summons a single dire wolf. That takes reduced damage by consuming primal power when hit and no, I actually like having more of the wolves there. So I'll proceed. Okay, level 5, let's keep going. Level up.
I feel a wild energy within me.
Looking forward to the next boss. Let's see how quickly we can get through level 5. I've seen there's already some really nice builds out there for Druid. I know Mal's put out a nice build, so hopefully people are enjoying them. I've had one clan member who's joined me with some Hellslayer bounties, and yeah, the range with some of the werewolf's attacks was just absolutely insane. It was so funny. He was just staying in the middle and doing some insane area effect damage. I don't know if they're going to nerf that and reduce the range. I reckon they would, because at the moment the range is absolutely insane. It's fun to see though. just grab some chaos coins just to level up a bit quicker. This should be the last. Oh, fantastic. We have one of these chaotic altars. I love this. Okay, this time I am going to go for something like that. Feasting Barons, let's go for that. Oh, we have a chaos imp level. Let's unleash my pets on all of these imps. And I'll grab the coins afterwards. Oh yes, I've got the ultimate up. That's the one which does an insane amount of area damage as well, like we've seen in the dungeons. I swear I was able to take out those imps quicker than other classes I played in Fractured Flame. Yeah, the Druid's damage is absolutely insane. Actually, let me get my health full just in case. Level up to 6.
I can get used to this.
And I've got my ultimate up for this boss. This should be a piece of cake. Here we go.
The earth will be your tomb.
Look at that. Like an absolutely... Imagine this paired with Starfire Shard as well. So, seeing the Starfires come down as well as all of those vines. Staying behind this guy. Don't want him to swipe me. I like how the pets are actually taking a decent amount of aggro as well. This guy's not even turned around once to face me. This is insane, because usually when I'm playing with, you know, when the Demon Hunter is available or Barbarian or something, this boss is always turning around to get me, but hardly doing it this time around. And the bosses are really easy to take down with the Druid. When they announced the Druid, I wasn't expecting it to be this strong. But yeah, this is super fun. The times when Fractured Plane is annoying is when they give you a build which it just takes forever to take down those bosses. And yeah, that does get a bit annoying. Because sometimes they give you some really annoying Necromancer builds where it just takes forever to take down the bosses and it just like kills you too quickly. Oh, your summons deal more damage. Perfect. My Necromancer feels so squishy compared to the Druid now. Because, yeah, I'd have been hit so many more times as a Necromancer, especially if I didn't have bone armor. But I do like this Druid's version of bone armor with the thorns. It seems to be working quite nicely. Okay, I've got a critical hit chance increase. Summons grizzly now, summons a bear, immune with... Yeah, let me try this out just to increase the critical hit chance, which I do like. And I'm missing 2... Oh no, just missing 1 gear. I'm just missing the shoulders. I thought I was missing 2. It's not too bad. I'm getting stuck in far too much and I probably should with this build, and I probably would have been suited with one of the other builds if I want to get that stuck in, but even when I'm being stuck in with a Druid, I'm still not dying that easily, which is quite cool. Okay, can I... Yeah, there we go. Level 7.
I can get used to this.
Getting there. Yeah, I can get used to this. Okay, gets the thorns on. I'm just keeping an eye on the primary attack damage. It's pretty decent. Got the increased speed as well. Oh wow, this is an upgrade to the Thorn Armor one. Okay, let's go ahead and equip that. 112 damage there. Oh, let's get some health orbs. I hate when they leave these things lying around as well. Especially the ones that follow you. I think I've got a really nice combination here that seems to be working well. So I think this should be good enough to get me through all of the levels in this Primal Plane. Yeah, I think I should probably upgrade this. Let's go for this one here. Get a nice upgrade there. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those flower-like things. Yeah, you know what? I like the class even more after playing this mode. Let's have a look at this. This is quite good. Landslide also increases your primary attack speed by 13.3% for 5 seconds. Let me go and grab that. I do like the sound of that just to speed things up. The next shoulder upgrade that I get, I will go for. Just to try out what the single wolf is like. I've got my ultimate back up again for this boss. Okay, it's this guy. So we had him at the start. Let's see how quick I can take him down this time. I'm starting to think the druid is slightly overpowered at this point, and how quickly he's taking down these with just a summon build. I would have been smacked at least 3 times as a necromancer so far with this particular boss. But this boss is actually being melted. There we go, annihilated. Let's see if we get anything lucky from the chaotic altar. Let's just go for banquet. Okay, floor number 10, we're nearly there. And I did say I was going to grab a shoulder upgrade, so let's just wait until we actually just get one drop, rather than pay for one there. Oh, perfect. I took a path to a chaotic altar again. It's going to make things even easier, so I'm going to just go for increased movement speed just to speed things up a little bit. So when I do defeat enemies, I'm just going to be a bit more speedier. What the hell? Another chaotic altar. That's incredibly lucky. We'll go for damage done to elites. Oh wow, chaotic altar times 2, and then we get a chest after that. Absolutely melted. Oh my god, I can't believe how quick they went down. We're going to get a maximum amount of chaos coins, and we've got a seeping bile essence there to help us out for some additional poison. We've got some elites at the top there. They're going to go down a lot quicker now. Oh, I just got stunned. There we go, the elites health absolutely melting. There we go. Easy. Health globe, so we don't have to pay for any health later on. What's this one? Summon Grizzly now summons a flaming bear that continuously burns nearby enemies and can be commanded to leap to a location, damaging enemies, increasing its critical hit chance. Whoa, these druid essences are fantastic. Let's wait for the cooldown to end and equip this one. Finally, there we go. Okay, level 11, and we can level up twice because of that chest. So now we're level 10, we don't have to worry about any levels, which is cool. I just can save up my chaos coins to upgrade equipment and buy stuff. But being level 10 is going to speed things up a lot more. I'm probably going to get a nice time for this. This one, if someone oaks damage increased by 8% for 5 seconds. Let me do that instead of the heal, because I'm not actually dying as much as I thought. Or maybe that's because the wolves are healing me, but let's see. If I start taking health more, I will put the essence back on where the wolves heal me, but that was okay. Still waiting for the last shoulder piece that I need. I don't know if they've got charms in this mode. I'll see what happens when I finish this once, and if you get a charm that you can take into the next round. But I'm really enjoying this particular Fractured Plane mode. I forgot what they called it now at the start. Oh, forgot to grab this. Yeah, this one is not very good. That one's not very good. It's just the Chaos Coins. Okay, we're already on 12 now, so let me just grab this to try it out, and then just get some health and jump in. Let's see what boss we get. Okay, at least we got something different. We got the Flayed. Oh my god, look at the boss's health. That is insane. The boss is absolutely melting. This druid is so powerful. Wow. And there we go, 18 minutes 49 seconds, and I was talking and reading essences and stuff as well, so this is the gear that I ended up with. And that was the Primal Plane completed. Now if you go back and click on the Fractured Plane area, make sure you go and claim your rewards. So this is a nice way to get legendaries, especially if you are a druid as well, and just another chance to actually get any essences which you are missing. There we go, you just select. I just selected any random ones there. Paragon went up. Nice. So it doesn't actually tell you which one you have completed, but at least I have done this summon one, and I probably in my own time I will go and try out this primary attack speed increase one, and then damage while transform increases by 5% each second. Also, don't forget to check the events tab as well, and then claim these rewards for doing the Fractured Plane. So make sure you claim those rewards and then go into the rewards tab, and then this is also going to help towards any essences which you're missing, and you've got stuff like gems, XP, and like loads of stuff to pick from there, which is really cool. And if you go back to the events tab all the way to the bottom, there are also Fractured Plane rewards to collect there as well, so make sure you go ahead and collect all of these ones. So this is quite cool because I got all of the trickier ones. Well, they're usually tricky where you complete all the levels by only using one resurrection. We did not die, we had a flawless victory, so that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. Make sure you don't skip out on this particular version of Fractured Plane called the Primal Plane. It is super fun just to get to try out those druid skills, and I underestimated how powerful the druid is and how powerful those summons are, especially being a necromancer class from launch. That was absolutely incredible gameplay, and the druid is super strong. The boss has melted so far, so that was really good fun. Hope you enjoyed watching that. Have fun with this mode yourself as well, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.